If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And now everything's on sale during our Memorial Day event. Save up to $1,200 on mattresses for a limited time. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life sleep.
It's time for the Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games at Southern Utah University in Cedar City. Register today to participate in the 40th anniversary season of a Utah sports tradition at utahsummergames.org. Participate in over 50 sports around the state. Then plan to join the opening ceremonies Friday, June 5th, presented by State Bank of Southern Utah. Register today to participate in the 40th anniversary season of the Larry H. Miller Utah Summer Games.
It's time to get your morning started with the news you need to know.
News update.
This is what's trending with DJ and PK. Hashtag NHL.
Taves swings it to his right. Cale Makar doesn't take the shot. Now he does. He scores! Oh, Cale! That's two here in the third. And the Avs, in a playoff game, have put up 8 goals. Number 8 makes it 8-6 Colorado.
I believe so much in this group and the guys that we have, and the character and guys that love coming to the rink and getting better every single day. And it's so fun to come to the rink with these guys. So, excited about the future. We're only going to get better. This sucks, but we'll learn from it. We'll break it down, and next time we're in this situation next year, we'll get over the hump.
There is Clayton Keller, the captain. The Utah Mammoth out of the playoffs after Friday night's loss. They were up 2-1 in the series. They lost the last 3 games. They never led in Game 6. Of the 4 losses, that was the most decisive, no doubt about that. So now they got to learn from it. Management's got like $14 million in cap room. What are they going to do to get better? Obviously, some of that is these guys getting better. Their first playoff series as a group. Individual guys have it. So the arrow is up. Sucks right now. How much better can they be next year? I think it really shows that these results this year are pretty consistent. I guess we want to use the word real. I don't know about imaginary results. But the point is they were in the middle of the league in the regular season. They played another team in the middle of the league, and they lost a competitive series. This is a team in the middle of the league. That's awesome because they were at the bottom of the league. Now, how do you get among the top 8 or 10 teams, right? The top 8 teams all had 100-point seasons. Can you get there in advance? It's a tough division. As Dallas found out, you can get there and still not advance. They had a 100-point season. They're out in the first round also because they played Minnesota, another 100-win team. It is a difficult division, so they're going to have to get better. These teams might slide a little bit, but it's not like all 3 of these teams are coming back to them. No way. It's not happening. So whether it's the individual guys like Clayton Keller talks about getting better, or it's management making the right decision to go get the right guys and plug them in with that cap room, whether it's free agency or it's a trade and they take on salary, the task is clear now. As for Vegas, they go on and play Anaheim tonight, Game 1 on ESPN. That follows Philadelphia and Carolina. Carolina's up 1-0 in that second-round series. They shut out Philly on Saturday. The Sunday games were wild. The Montreal Canadiens get just 9 shots. That's about a third of what you should get in a game. But 2 of them went in, and they beat Tampa Bay 2-1 to win Game 7 and advance to the second round. And even crazier, Colorado, the best team in the league, most points, scored the most goals, gave up the fewest goals. I guess we shouldn't be excited that they scored a bunch of goals, although 9 is an outrageous number. But they gave up 6. Colorado was up 3-0, blew the lead, trailed 5-4, and came back to win 9-6. One of the highest scoring games in the NHL ever, and there have only been a couple of them like this in the last 30 years. Colorado wins a game that was later described by the coach as helter-skelter, which that always gives me flashbacks to a book I read when I was in high school on the Manson family. That'll freak you out. Go ahead and read that book. Yikes. Helter-skelter win, PK. 9-6. You like offense, there it is.
Yeah, I checked out, DJ. Hockey's over. I was watching basketball.
Well, then let's get to it. The NBA, DJ and PK.
Hashtag NBA.
Mitchell double team, bounce left side, Strus. 3. Dagger!
This should be.
Max Strus delivers the knockout punch. 112.98 with a minute and a half to go.
Looking inside for JD. Made the catch and knocked it down. Soft finish for Jalen Duren. He has 11 to go with all those rebounds.
A weekend full of Game 7s, except that Laker-Houston series, because Lakers took care of business in Game 6. Detroit came back from 3-1, the 1 seed, getting off the deck and knocking Orlando out in Game 7. Toronto was trying to come back from 3-1, but Cleveland won at home in Game 7. So Donovan Mitchell and Sam Merrill and the Cavs advanced to the second round. And the shocker, Philly goes to Boston, wins on the road in a Game 7, completes a comeback from 3-1. Embiid and Philly, I guess they never would have been the 7th seed if Embiid had only played more than the 38 games he played in, but they are the 7th seed, and they are on to the second round. Can they make a conference final? That has been the quest in Philly. The door's open. I just read the Knicks are the betting favorite in the East now. Seems super. It was already wide open, but with Boston gone, very wide open.
Yeah, I can see where the Knicks would be the betting favorite. But, it's up to Joel. Does he play? Does Paul George play? These are guys that haven't played that much. When they play, they're a potent starting lineup. They don't have much of a bench. I think they only got 3 points out of their bench the other night, and only one guy played double-digit minutes in that Game 7. And obviously Jason Tatum wasn't there, so that's going to be a significant blow. And it was a close game. Boston, they felt the need to jack up a bunch of threes. I'll just never understand that for as long as I live. To go 13 of 49 and shoot 27%. That just makes zero sense to me. That's the game that you have to play. You have no choice because somebody demanded that you play that. That's ridiculous. Shoot 27% from 3. Tell me that's a good shot. That's more than 2, but it's not more than 0. And without Tatum in there, they couldn't get the job done, obviously. And so we'll see. The Knicks should be close to 100% in what they can do. And, Detroit, nobody believes in them because they haven't been around yet. They've done nothing as a group. Each time they do something, it's the first time they've done it.
There's that. And then also, the one thing maybe you could believe is that, as a 1 seed, at least they'll handle the 8. And they didn't. They dug a 3-1 deficit. So anybody goes in with these doubts are just magnified by the way they struggled through the series, even though they got through it.
And they won the series. That's all that matters. In '88, the Lakers went 4-3 every series. Who remembers that?
Championship pedigree. Well, you do. I do. Jazz fans do. But nonetheless, old Laker fans do. Embiid made a plea to 76er fans to not sell their tickets to the Knicks fans. Last time we played the Knicks, it felt like it was Madison Square Garden East. We're going to need the support. We need the support, and we need them to be extremely loud. If you need money, I've got you. Indeed. This should be the Jersey series, right? This is North Jersey versus South Jersey in your world. Knicks and Sixers.
Oh, yeah, for sure, across the state line, which is in Philadelphia, it's like a mile away, and New York, it's 2 miles away. So, yeah, absolutely. This will be that particular state will root them. It's really the only state that claims New York and Philadelphia. Connecticut doesn't.
Yep.
And the Delaware doesn't, or whatever state you got down the southern. Maryland doesn't, but the state of New Jersey does claim both of them. So yeah, they'll be, and they're distinct markets too, distinct fan bases, even though it's in the same state, separated by only 2 hours.
DJ and PK.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And now everything's on sale during our Memorial Day event. Save up to $1,200 on mattresses for a limited time. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life's sleep.
#NFL.
The quarterback news around the NBA. Fernando Mendoza, now a member of the Raiders, working out with them this weekend. Did a lot of work with the shotgun in college, so now he's under center in the pros. The Colts declined to pick up Anthony Richardson's fifth-year option as a former first-round pick, is seeking a fresh start with another team, having been cleared to seek a trade elsewhere. He and his agent are looking around. And Patrick Mahomes on track to participate in the first set of OTAs as he comes back from an ACL injury, also the LCL, so 2 knee ligaments, but he's rebuilt and ready to go. Andy Reid, he's in a good position to be able to do some things. He's in a position where he can do everything, I think.
Oh, they didn't need to do everything now. And I told you 3 years ago that Richardson wasn't an NFL starting quarterback, nor he'll ever be one. He can be one, but he's not going to win.
And that is probably the market he'll find. Teams looking for depth, teams looking to put in some package to run the ball, but it'd be surprising. We'll see where he lands. DJ and PK.
Hashtag college football.
Money, money, money. The Big Ten distributing $1.37 billion to its 18 members. That's an increase of nearly $500 million. 16 of the teams split that. They're fully vested and get a full share, although it does get tweaked a little bit even in that group because of college football participation. And then Oregon and Washington are receiving half shares. But that is just a pile of money, PK, and it only figures to go up.
Okay, yeah, it's a pile of money. I mean,
Yep.
this is brand new news for Ohio State. They've been getting a pile of money forever.
Texas Tech quarterback Brendan Sorsby has retained high-profile lawyer Jeffrey Kessler to try to regain his college eligibility. His hopes pinned to negotiating a suspension with the NCAA versus being declared ineligible. If he's declared ineligible, he's expected to apply for the NFL's supplemental draft this summer. DJ and PK.
Hashtag Major League Baseball.
0-2, fly ball left field. There it goes. Way back and gone. On an 0-2 pitch, Spencer Torkelson got a slider over the plate, and he did not miss. 2-0 Tigers in the fifth.
0-2 pitch by Messick, lefty on lefty. This is hit to right field. This is hit well. Way back, DeLauder at the track, and that one is gone, and the A's go back-to-back. First Geloff and now Soderstrom. And 3 long balls for the A's today. And the A's take a 3-1 lead.
The A's over 500, getting powered by multiple people, including Nick Kurtz, who's now walked in 20 consecutive games, 2 short of the Major League record. Can you imagine having the patience to stand up there in PK and having a good enough eye? And I guess being a good enough batter that they're nibbling at the edges and all that stuff. They're not just going to throw strikes because they're afraid of his bat. They're walking in 20 games in a row. Who has heard of such a thing? Barry Bonds. Braves roll. They beat Colorado. 8.5 game lead in the National League East, 25-10. The Dodgers' 4-game losing streak is over. The Dodgers won, but the Braves now with the best record in all of baseball. Seems like an unsustainable 25-10. They are flying.
Flying high, yeah.
Let's get Dale Murphy on to talk about his guys. He's got to be loving this. Yankees pummeled Baltimore 11-3. They're on top of the East, also winning more than 2 out of every 3 games. There's some teams really dominating, PK. It's 600 ball is basically 100 wins. That's not quite the math, but it's close. To have a team winning 2/3 of their games, you get multiple teams, they can't sustain this. They're not going to have a bunch of 108 and 110 win teams, are we?
I don't know, man. I don't get into that stuff. That's the pace stuff never made any sense to me. A guy who scores X amount of points, if he played 32 minutes, well, if he's good enough to play 32 minutes, he would. And, so I don't follow that. That's math, and that's just out of my league.
Shohei Ohtani's hitless streak, 4 games in a row. They beat St. Louis 4-1. He's gone 0 for 14. Coldest he's been at the plate in the last 4 years, although the Dodgers did find a way to break that losing streak. They got Yamamoto pitching tonight and Shohei Tuesday, so maybe they can ride some pitching here and get it.
Oh, yeah, this Robleski kid's 5-0 with a 1.25 ERA. That's how they found a way. He dominated.
Gave up 1 run, and they get the win. Bees beat the Sacramento River Cats 8-7 in the series finale. They are headed to Oklahoma City tomorrow. DJ and PK.
#RSL.
Good turn by Solans. A little shoulder tuck to get away with it. He's waiting for support. Lays it off for Gozo. Gozo one time. Yes! A laser beats Pantemis at the near post. Gozo. Oh, the handspring somersault. Full flip. And he's at the flag, just coolly looking up into the crowd. And RSL has an early goal in the 10th minute. RSL wins the ball. Experience ahead. They give it to Luna. Luna into the attacking third. Luna into the air. Gives it up. Gets a back shot. And a goal! And RSL plays right through him, right down the middle of the field, and doubles the lead. RSL snaps that losing streak. They'd lost back-to-back games. They rarely lose 3 in a row under Pablo, and they avoid it here. Got to say, Portland looked terrible. The RSL, the results here early in the year, they are dominating the bottom third of the league. They are struggling against the top third of the league. They are sitting in the middle, 6th place in the West, and they play teams, the 4 teams right behind them in the standings in these next 4 games. So we'll get a good feeling of whether they're going to separate a little bit from these guys or whether the middle is where they're going to live. They're at Dallas on Saturday, but got their first shutout of the year, so good to get that finally out of the way. Defensively, they're better than they were last year, but they're still not great, but improvement along the way.
Do they say shutout in soccer? I mean, that's like an American term.
It's a mixed bag. The official MLS stat sheet says shutout. It's got the SHO abbreviation on it, but there are lots of people who say clean sheet, like they're from England.
And I look at the official MLS stats often.
Utah Royals have 4 straight wins. They beat Angel City 1-0. They're hosting Houston Wednesday.
Break them up.
DJ
do you do Royals
PK.
games? Do you do Royals games?
I do not.
Oh, I think you should.
I used to. They got a lot of overlapping this year. It wouldn't really be possible. There's a surprising number of conflicts.
Well, not Wednesday.
Nope, not Wednesday. DJ and PK.
#golf.
Cameron Young, wire to wire, is the champion at the Cadillac Championship in Miami. A dominant performance, PK. You don't usually see people blow the field out like that.
Yeah, I mean, he's hot this year. Is he going to be emerging as one of the guys who can go out there and challenge Scheffler and McIlroy? We shall see. So far he's been very, very good. He's a Catholic, went to Mass before the Masters on Sunday, as you know.
I did not know that.
You did not know that? Man, they made a big deal about that.
Somehow it escaped me. Cameron Young, 6-shot win over Scotty Scheffler, and Scheffler has now finished second in 3 tournaments in a row. When will he get back to the top spot?
Yeah, Young called a penalty on himself. The ball moved an inch.
Yeah.
He had the rules guy come over, and now he's being viewed as a man of high integrity.
You think the other pros are around the clubhouse going, we had a 6-shot lead. It's easy to call it then.
Oh, look at you, cynical against the Catholics.
Look at you go. All right, there are the headlines. That's what's trending. It's brought to you by Shamrock Plumbing. There's no job too big or too small. Get the personal touch with Shamrock Plumbing. Steve Cleveland, former BYU basketball coach, to join us. We'll talk NBA playoffs with him at 8 o'clock. Mike Fulta, Utah Mammoth radio voice for SEG Media, coming up at 8:30 to put a wrap on the season. That's all ahead. The question of the day, Mammoth fan. What?
We did miss one big story, though.
And which story is that?
Oh, the Kentucky Derby.
Yes, the Derby. Millions parking themselves in front of that. And from worst to first, PK, what a rally.
That was an unbelievable race, unbelievable horse. The lady, what's her name, Duvall, who won it, first woman trainer. And to watch her coming down the stretch was purely a thing of joy. And it was a lot of fun to watch. The camera was on her, reaching over the pole where she was standing and banging her feet against it, and her feet were off the ground. That was that was a moment. It's why it took me back to my childhood. It took me back to my time with my parents and all. And I know for most folks out here, it doesn't mean much. And it doesn't mean as near as much as it used to be to me. I used to be eyeball deep in it. I'm not anymore. But that was just a phenomenal race and a phenomenal run. And it's really fun to see that lady have that opportunity.
Golden Tempo with the win. Now the dream. Are there more Triple Crown titles out there for Golden Tempo?
I would think no, but
Renegade and a Selly, a 71 long shot. You like your 71 long shot?
Yeah, oh yeah. If that came into show, yeah, that was impressive. I would think that's a one and done, but we'll find out in a couple weeks, and maybe we can have something special. It'd be fun to see if if her horse ended up getting it in several weeks next month. I can only imagine what I thought she was going to throw up the way she was celebrating, and it looked like. And I can only imagine if that were the case going forward. I would love to see it.
All right, when we come back, Utah Mammoth fans putting a wrap on the season, evaluating the 2025-2026 campaign. That's the question of the day. We're getting to that next. Stay with us.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Because as your life changes and your body changes, Sleep Number mattresses adapt and shift to give you personalized comfort night after night. And now everything's on sale during our Memorial Day event. Save up to $1,200 on mattresses for a limited time. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number, to a good life sleep.
Make game day yours. Tickets, food and drinks, stats, and streaming. Everything you need is in the Utah Mammoth app. Download today and make game night easy. Download on both Android and iPhone. Tusk Top.